want to feel your heart right now. You are the place, my only home. Yeah, just like the flowers that bloom and fall with me over and over again. Well, I'm badly bleeding and feeling to that ground, but each and every time we all stand up. Stop lying to yourself and me, true to yourself, and that might be we both can exceed destiny. So let's tell me now, you must feel alone, but I'm right by your side. Yeah, just like the flowers that bloom and fall with me over and over again. Keep the flame alive. I want to feel your hand right now. You are the place, my only home. I know, I know, I know. Yeah, we can one day whisper like flowers in the day. No matter where I'm by your side. I know, I know, I know. You and I fly the soul that we're together. Can't feel my heartbeat, so take my hand to them tomorrow. The crowd that can let it be, you give me strength and give me faith. To take the darkness, let's fall out in love. Spark just like Hibana. Light up like Hibana.
We should be able to cook here.
The Vermilion vegetation certainly gives this realm a distinct, if somber ambiance.
Seems like there's lots of fruit and plants that we can eat.
I also can't help but notice the ceaseless howling of the wind.
It should be easy to dry our laundry out here.
I'll see you again tomorrow. All right, guys. Ready to go? Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Danans. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almadria. You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail. This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Of course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Till then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Malabar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. I guess I'll check in on everyone and see how they're holding up. Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almeidrea?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegis.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegis. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almeidrea did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almeidrea do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almeidrea resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Saar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different, though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almeidrea, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almeidrea, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cyslodius Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadime. But then there are people like Law and Xion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almeidrea. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
But what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almeidrea when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Xion mad. I don't know though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Xion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
You don't look so good. You all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Dahnans. But then I met Xion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Dahnans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Dahnans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective, from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Dahnan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Dahnans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Miguel, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who?
Xion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Dahnans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almeidria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia. The lush green glades of Menancia. The harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Dahnans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Dahnans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Dahnans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shionne.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dahna. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shionne?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almeidria. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Shion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahag Saar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsev when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought it was a goner.
Balsev's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Dahnan in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Bring him down! Far enough! Pierce through! Raging Lunar Storm! Pierce through!
That makes you the thorn in our side.
Rending Flash! Dazzle! Devastation! You picked the wrong fight! Lace Smite with Blackened Blade! Look sharp! Sonic Thrust! Tiger Blade!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Rending? Yeah! And the pummeling to me! Pierce through!
Don't get careless.
Out of our way!
For my lord! Elusive deity! It's over!
Here goes!
You're on!
One for their ranged attack.
Tiger Blade!
Fire support!
It's almost too strong.
It'll split it open! Be my guest! Enter Storm! Taken! Elusive deity!
Denied!
This one is mine! This one's all mine! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Here I go! You're finished! Try this!
I'm gone!
Rending Flash!
Judgment spin!
Skill reflexes will not serve you well.
Not today!
Blade!
Lunar Gate!
Howl!
Lunar
Piercing
Rondo!
No
roar!
further!
Rising Falcon!
Look here!
I'm ready!
Here I come!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Got it! That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
I'll do my best!
Engaging!
Evil dreams!
Here I come! Release! Sonic Thrust! You're finished! I'm going in! Lunar Rondo! You're on!
Piercing roar!
Damn it! Too fast!
Stand
Be
back!
still!
I'll trip it up.
You're on!
Far enough!
It's over!
This one's mine! Look sharp!
We're not finished!
Tiger Blade! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
I can read your moves like a book!
Blending Flash! We're not finished! Shivering Wind!
Do it, Stalagmite! Ridwell!
Frozen?
Hammer!
Phoenix!
I'm ready! Doberline!
Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis!
Well then, let's keep moving.
Right, here goes! Now you'll learn! You're mine!
Can't get out of sight!
Devastation! Rising Phoenix!
Is it too late to talk over our differences?
You got spirit! Sonic Thrust!
Glacial
Dance in the wind! I'm not done!
On your
This one's all mine! Go to hell!
Healing Circle! Now you've gone and ticked me off!
You're mine!
Back into the fray!
Sonic Thrust!
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa! Against my full power, you didn't stand a chance. That's far enough! Far enough!
I'll face you! Take this! Elusive
I won't show you any more! We're not finished! Eat this! Damn it!
Kisara, I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Do it!
Only in an instant! Impact Block!
I need to be stronger.
Retreat if you know what's good for you!
The rebel! Stop them!
So much for talking it out!
Frozen?
Hammer!
This'll be...
Come get it! It's over!
Tiger Blade!
I'll heal you!
Ground and pound!
It's over!
Seismic Rupture!
I owe you one.
Blending Flash!
Eagle
Take
Ray!
it!
Can't get out of this!
You're finished! This one's all mine! Will ya?
This one!
Sonic Thrust! Sonic Blast!
Ready to go!
You're on!
Just like
Bring a
this.
Sonic Thrust! You picked the wrong fight! Why you?
Tiger Blade!
Darkness!
I'll see you!
Make it right!
In an instant! Impact Block!
Together, there is nothing that can stop us.
Indeed. As one, we are unrivaled.
And that is our greatest strength.
Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Here's Evon! Green Blade! It's a duel of the arts!
I'm ready!
Here!
My turn! Flying freak!
Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
An astral launch?
That's my cue!
Shut him down! Blended Splash!
Here, let me help!
The Megasonic Warfare! All mine!
Who's next?
Mirage!
Piercing
Not
roar!
done! Not today!
By the power of water!
I'm ready! All yours, Kisara!
Step back! This one's all law!
I'll do my best!
You got spirit!
Never see what I can do!
Mega Ray!
Take this! It's over!
They really don't give up, do they?
Orochi Fury!
This one's mine!
Azure Storm!
Healing Circle! Freezing Storm!
Kaioyuwa! Take this! You did it! Not a chance!
Tiger Blade!
I'm not done! Lightning Thrust!
Oh, come
Rising Phoenix! This one's all mine! You're finished!
Water, hear my call!
Tiger
Flame of Fury! Water, hear my call!
Sonic
Tiger
Thrust!
Blade!
Ignite! Be still! Azure Storm! You're mine!
Searing Blade! Reload!
You're finished!
Rousing Power!
You're mine!
Back into the fight!
No further!
Annihilation!
Try harder! My turn!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well
I'm
I'm
looking
here
back.
to stop it.
I may have bit off more than I can
Rising
chew.
Falcon!
Switch to offense! Here's a healing arc!
Rising
First
Falcon!
aid!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Azure Storm!
Healing
Their
arcs
are
interrupted! Flame the charges!
The enemy wields arcs too.
We'll soon see about that!
Not a chance!
Ice Tornado!
Try harder! Not a chance! No escape!
Flame!
Devastation!
Damn it! Freezing storm! A new lease on life!
It's on! Devastation! Begin!
I'm out!
I don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out.
I miss all the fun. No.
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Let's do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
We seem to have come across something a little unusual. This one will be difficult to predict.
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
You're mine!
Judgment
Can you
Spit!
take it?
Reaper!
Resonate with you!
These ones can run rings around us!
Azure Storm! Here I come!
Tiger Blade!
Take this!
You're finished!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah!
Let's do it! Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! Now! Take this!
Meteor!
Here!
Make it rain!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Not a chance!
Here
No
I come!
escape! The everlasting
Rain it down!
You're over! Azure Storm! Blood!
Falling storm!
You're mine! Here I come! Look out!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
I can feel my power growing!
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zeugles the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here. This is... Let's dispose of the trash.
I see what it is!
Never fit!
Not so fast!
Confiscated!
Going in! Try this! Tell me, have you ever considered yourself human? On my lord!
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Rising Falcon! Air pressure!
It's almost too strong!
Split it open! Be my guest! Being interrupted? Not a chance! Take this!
Far enough!
Escape! Rising Falcon! Not today!
Radiant!
Sonic Thrust!
You're ready!
Make it rain!
Dueling! In an instant! Impact Block!
Water!
Now!
Hear my
Take this!
Flaming meteor!
Try this!
burning!
Explosive ring!
Pierce evil!
Pierce through! On your feet! Mirage!
Armor won't save you!
No escape! Mega
Cyan instant!
I'll face you!
This one's mine!
Into the shadows!
Sonic Thrust!
Tiger Blade!
Heal! Thanks! Take this! I'm not done! Orochi Fury! Castle!
Demon Lash!
Rising Falcon! What did you do? Azure Storm! Orochi Fury! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
I'm ready for the next battle! Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
A barrier. That may indicate Almadria is near.
Then we've gotta What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? My head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria. What's this thing?
Right, here goes! Engaging! Megasonic thrust! Try this! Sonic thrust! Take down their defenses! I'm ready!
Shield! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Non-chance!
Cyan
Stop!
water!
We're not finished! It's almost too strong!
Split it open!
Be my guest! Not today! Megasonic I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Step back! This one's all law!
An opponent like this should be easy. Now you'll learn, damn it! I'll grind you into dust! On your knees! Ferocious Fury!
Annihilation! Falling
Take
Storm!
this!
Take this!
Mega Ray!
Damn it, man!
Tiger Blade!
Do it! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Now! Take this! Endless Storm! Here I come! It's over! Come on!
Resonate with you!
Mega Ray! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Nicely done.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
I'll see one, eh? Sonic thrust!
The abyssal deep.
You think that shield will save you?
It's over! Burn it all!
Can you take it?
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Now! Take this!
Here!
Be still!
On
Bring it! Stop it!
We'll make it rain!
Megasonic!
Air pressure!
Looks like we got them all.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest? Looks like some solid equipment.
do my best.
Got you!
Look sharp! You're finished! Gunslinger around here.
Stop them!
Here's evil!
Through! Enter the door! Catapult! You're my turn! Here I come! You picked the wrong fight!
Blaze on fire! Tiger flame!
You're mine!
It's out! You're all drunk!
Try this! Blending flash! Be killed!
Make it rain!
We did it! My turn! You're mine!
Here, let me
Now you see what I can do! Rotating pile driver! Rising Phoenix! Mega Sonic Thrust! I'm not done! Sonic Thrust!
This one's mine!
Now here I come!
Freezing storm! This one's mine! That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Tiger blade! Mega ray!
You're mine!
I'm ready! This one's got your name on it!
To action!
Well then, let's keep moving.
You've got spirit!
Look sharp!
Rotating pile driver!
Glacial steel! Pierce evil!
Bestow thy mystic mercy! Dazzle! Go down!
Look sharp!
Here I come! Got fire!
I've got steel! Let a marksman
Be
handle it!
still! Coming through! Ha! Mount! Scarlet Inferno! Mount!
Unguard!
Burn! Raging Luna!
None
It's
shall
over.
escape my judgment!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that! Denied!
No escape! We're not finished! Be still! Come on!
Going in! It's over!
I'm ready.
Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
To action!
A comfortable win.
No choice!
Not in your dreams! Switch to offense! It's here! It's here!
Orochi's
Here goes! Burning! Glacial spear!
I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Nicely done.
You can't get out of this! Take this! This one's all mine!
Glacial spear! Pierce
Ignite!
evil! This one's mine!
Not a chance!
Free Lancer!
I'm not done! Pierce through! You're mine!
transparent to me.
Red! Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil!
Nothing gets by me! Make it rain! Rinwell!
Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
A comfortable win.
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth our while to fight it.
This one's tough. But we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
No escape!
This one's
It can hide itself? Amazing!
Their arms were interrupted!
Mirage! Pierce through!
Will this help?
Dazzle! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing arc!
Far enough!
Pierce through!
Arc shield!
Burn in hell! You won't make a fool of me! Freely!
Take it down! I've taken too much damage!
Sonic thrust!
I can only rely on myself. Glacial Spear!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Molitor! Ha!
Let me help!
Sonic thrust! Back, will you? Blended flash!
Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration!
Is there no way out?
Here I come! Course back, will you?
I've used too much. Our arts are being interrupted.
You're finished!
Tiger Blade!
Here's a healing arc!
Irritation ruined.
It's on! You picked the wrong fight!
The natural defenses are fading.
Wide open!
And the sitting duck!
Won't retreat from this battle.
Retreat? I would never!
Stay away from my friends!
This one's mine!
On your knees! You're my... Try harder!
Radiant
No, you can't!
I'll
take you back!
Top field!
No escape!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! There! House this! Magna Ray! I'm all set!
Come back, will ya?
Not like this!
It's over!
Lightning! I was overconfident.
Forgive me. This is my fault.
Radiant Ray!
It's in
your hands now.
Here I come! Limbo!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
What was I thinking?
My turn! This one's all mine!
I'll bring you back
Try
from
harder!
this abyss.
Now! You're I have no limits!
Lightning! Downfall!
Sonic Thrust! Enter Storm! Wind!
Annihilation!
Lunar Rondo!
On the wind!
Rising! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help.
I owe you one. This should do it!
Mega Ray!
Demon Lash! In a bind?
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Falling storm. Far enough.
Pierce through!
Heal!
Sonic Thrust! Not today!
Igneous discharge.
Sonic Thrust!
Laser spear! Pierce evil!
Blending Blast!
Rupture!
Be still! Here I come!
I'll heal you!
Piercing roar.
The tempest engulfs you!
Not in your dreams!
Time to
Sonic
get
Thrust!
Downfall! None shall
No
escape my
escape!
judgment!
going in.
Sonic Thrust!
Take
Try
this.
this!
Spear! Pierce evil!
Make it rain.
Blending Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone. I feel sprightlier than before.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking. The way this key's been placed, it's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
What's wrong, sweetie? Is something scaring you?
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that. What could it be?
Was this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. For all we know, there could be something hiding around here.
I want to be your head right now. You are the place, my only home. Yeah, just like the flowers that bloom and fall with me over and over again. Well, I'm barely breathing, breathing to that ground, but each and every time we all stand up, stop like to yourself and be true to yourself, and that might be we both can exceed destiny. So let's share it out. You must feel love, but I'm right by your side. Yeah, just like the flowers that bloom and fall, repeat over and over again.